Tom Marks with PC Gamer here at the Indiecade booth at E3 2016. I got a chance to play a ton of really cool VR games here, and indie VR games are just, they're really impressing me right now. One of the first ones I saw was a game called Raw Data, which was the first time I've actually done a co-op shooter within VR. You kind of standing back to back with your friend or whoever you're playing with, shooting robots that are coming at you in waves. It was pretty cool. It was the first time I've had something like that. Little bit of problems with a circular room and kind of wrapping myself up in the Vive cord, but otherwise it was cool because you could deflect bullets with a sword. So I was actually blocking in front of somebody else with, protecting them from bullets coming in. Another one I played, which is actually already out on the Oculus store, is called Floor Plan. It was sort of like a puzzly adventure game where you're going between different floors on an elevator. Each floor is this different thing. They affect each other. It reminded me in a weird way of like Monkey Island style puzzles where you would get a shovel and then you'd have to find where you use that shovel elsewhere, and then the shovel would break and how do you use that next. I thought it was pretty neat. One of the experiences that I played was a game called Irrational Exuberance. It was very strange, this kind of, you're in space and there's asteroids around, you can knock these things and you actually start in this asteroid thing. I'm not sure what the full game is going to be like, but it was very, very cool. Like, just being in space and having comets jet by you was very, very interesting. The developer tells me that there's more to that game that they're not putting in the demo, which I would expect. It was a little sparse what I played, but we're on a show floor. I also got a chance to play Obduction in VR on the Oculus Rift, and I was really excited about that. That's the first-person puzzle game coming out from the creators of Myst, being made by Cyan. It's going to come out next month, I believe. We actually have a longer interview with Rand Miller, the creator of Myst, at our YouTube channel, which you can go check out, or at pcgamer.com/obduction. It really was amazing how well it worked in VR. That kind of Myst movement style, the classic just node-to-node movement style, worked so well in VR that I want to play that game that way. It's really exciting. Probably the coolest Oculus Rift game I played here was a game called Mare, where you're this sort of robotic eagle falcon thing, and it's no buttons. The game doesn't have a controller or anything, and there are these different sort of posts, and if you look at a post for long enough, you fly to that post, and you have to sort of lead this little girl through this kind of Shadow of the Colossus-y world. It was really pretty. It was a really, really nice mix of puzzle game and pretty VR experience, because you had lots of time to just sort of look around, enjoy the scenery, but then you were trying to get this girl essentially through a maze. I'm really looking forward to playing that one more, but it's one of those things where I hope these games that I'm playing are big experiences, because I didn't play anything at the indie booth where it really felt like, oh man, this is a big full game, I'm ready to play. So the indie booth hasn't been able to solve that problem for me with VR, but it was a lot of really, really cool stuff. It's great to see VR represented here at E3 and more than just Project Morpheus at the Sony booth or the Oculus booth in the other hall across the way. So stay tuned at PCGamer.com for more from E3.